Hello everyone, welcome back. Just try this question. This question demands us that to find out the Cartesian form or the vectorial form of the particular forces present in our diagram. So if you see the question diagram, there are the 4 points. One is point A, second one is point B, third one is point C, and the last one is point D. So our first step is to write down the locations of every single point present in our diagram. So let's talk about the point A first. So I take the top view of this particular image. So it is nothing but just like this. This is basically our point A. If you see the quotient diagram, so this distance right here, it is basically 3 foot. So this is basically our 3 foot distance. And similarly, this distance right here, it is basically 0.5 foot. Just look at the bottom of the screen. So this is basically our 0.5 foot distance right here. So if I subtract 3 foot with 0.5 foot, we get 2.5 foot. And 2.5 foot, it is basically the y value present in point A. And it is basically positive y value because it is indicated towards the right hand side. That's why. Similarly, this 3 foot distance right here, it is basically the x value present in point A. And it is basically positive x value because it is indicated outward the screen. And lastly, this 0.5 foot plus 2.5 foot, it is basically the z value present in point A, and it is basically the positive z value because it is indicated upward the screen. So the location of point A, it is nothing but 3 comma 2.5 comma 3 bracket close foot. This is basically the location of point A. Now what about the point B? So let's work on it. So point B, it is basically lie on the yz plane. Similarly, this 2.5 foot distance, it is considered to be the z value present in point B. And lastly, this 3 foot distance, it is basically the y value present in point B. So there is no x value present in point B because the point B, it is lie on the yz plane. That's why. So the location of point B, it is nothing but 0 comma 3 comma 2.5 foot. This is basically the location of point B. What about the location of point C? So point C, it is basically lie on the y-axis. So this 3 foot distance is considered to be the y value present in point C, and there is no x and z value present in point C because it is lie on the axis. That's why. So the location of point C, it is nothing but C bracket 0 comma 3 comma 0 foot. This is basically the location of point C. Now what about the point D? So point D is exactly similar to point A. If you see this distance right here, this is basically 2.5 foot, and it is basically 3 foot distance. Just look at the middle of the screen. So if you subtract 3 foot minus 0.5 foot, so you can get 2.5 foot, and it is basically the y value present in point D. So the 2.5 foot, it is nothing but the y value present in point D, same as the point A. So what about the x value present in point D? So this 3 foot distance, it is basically the x value present in point D. So x, which is equal to 3 foot. And lastly, this 0.5 foot distance, it is basically the z value present in point D. So z, which is equal to 0.5 foot. So the location of point D, it is nothing but 3 comma 2.5 comma 0.5 foot. This is basically the location of point D. Now our first step is completed, that is to write down the locations of every single point present in our diagram. Our second step is to write down the position vectors. So let's work on it. Now, for finding out the value of position vectors, just look at the diagram. If you see that there are the two forces given to us. One is F2, which is equal to 600 pound, and the another one, it is F1, which is equal to 400 pound. So if you see the F2 force, the head of this F2 force is directed towards the point B. It means that point B is the final point and point A is the initial point. So the position vector of these 2 points are written as delta RAB, which is equal to RB minus RA. The location of RB, it is nothing but 3J plus 2.5K. And the location of RA, it is nothing but negative 3I, negative 2.5J, negative 3K. So, this is nothing but negative 3I, add 3J with negative 2.5J. So, you will get positive 0.5J. And similarly, add 2.5K with negative 3K. So, you will get negative 0.5K. foot. This is basically the position vector of RAB. Now, what about its magnitude? For the magnitude, we have the formula, that is delta RAB magnitude, which is equal to under root x square plus y square plus z square, and it is 3 square with positive 0.5 square with positive 0.5 square. So grab the calculator, put the values into it and solve it for the magnitude of RAB. So the magnitude of RAB, it is nothing but 3.08 foot. This is basically the RAB. Now, what about the F1 force? Now, let's talk about the position vector of F1. If you see the diagram, the head of this F1 force is directed towards the point D. It means that point D is the final point and point C is the initial point. So the position vector of these 2 points are written as delta RCD, which is equal to RD minus RC. So the location of RD, it is nothing but 3i with positive 2.5j with positive 0.5k with negative sign 3j. So add 2.5j with 3j. So you will get negative 0.5j. So the position vector are written as 3i with negative 0.5j with positive 0.5k foot. This is basically the position vector of RCD. Now what about its magnitude? For the magnitude, we have the formula, that is delta RCD magnitude, which is equal to under root x square plus y square plus z square. So it will become 3 square with 0.5 square with 0.5 square. So grab the calculator, put the values into it and solve it for the magnitude of RCD. So the magnitude of RCD, it is 3.08 foot. Now our second step is completed. Our last step is to convert the magnitude form of force into the Cartesian form. So let's work on it. Now let's convert the F2 force into the Cartesian form. So it will become the vectorial form of F2, which is equal to the magnitude form into the unit vector. The magnitude of F2 according to the equation, it is nothing but 600 into the unit vector, and unit vector, it is vector upon magnitude, and the vector, it is nothing but negative 3i with positive 0.5j with negative 0.5k divided by 3.08. So multiply 600 to the individual unit vectors present here. So it will become 600 into negative 3i and divided by 3.08. So you will get negative 584i. Similarly, 600 with positive 0.5 and divided by 3.08. So you will get positive 97.3 j cap. And lastly, 600 into negative 0.5 and divided by 3.08. So you will get negative 97.3 k cap pound. This is basically the Cartesian form or the vectorial form of F2. Now, what about the vectorial form of F1? Let's convert the magnitude form of F1 into the Cartesian form. So it will become the vectorial form of F1, which is equal to the magnitude form of F1 into the unit vector. The magnitude form of F1, which is equal to 400 into the unit vector, and it is 3i with negative 0.5j with positive 0.5k divided by 3.08. So multiply 400 to the individual unit vectors present here. So it will become the vectorial form of F1, which is equal to 400 into 3i and divided by 3.08. So you will get 389 I cap. Similarly, 400 into negative 0.5j and divided by 3.08. So it will become negative 64.9 j cap. And lastly, 400 into positive 0.5k and divided by 3.08. So it will become positive 64.9 k cap pound. Now, your question has been solved here and your concept too. So please like, comment, subscribe and share it with your friends too. Jazakallah. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.